Let's talk about the tropics out there today. And first, starting back 2 decades ago today, of course, with Hurricane Katrina when it made landfall there along the Gulf Coast. Upwards of 1,800 deaths from this storm system. And you got to remember, it also impacted Florida, in fact, as a Category 1 hurricane on August 25th, 2005, for reaching that peak intensity as a Cat 5 off the coast. But even though it weakened just a bit, it still wasn't weak when it came on shore, obviously. And Cat 3 with a monster storm surge. Bay St. Louis saw upwards of 28 feet. And then, of course, even after it passed by, the levees failed there along the Gulf Coast. At firstcoastnews.com, I have more information about this. So make sure you stop by and check it out. Just kind of a timeline of events with that catastrophic storm system. And by the way, just a few years ago, actually 4 years ago, we had Ida on the same exact date, August 29th, making landfall in the same area here along the Louisiana coastline. Today, August 29th, 2025. No threats out there in the tropics, at least in the Gulf. But we do have an area off just the west coast of Africa, a low chance of tropical development. I'm honestly not terribly concerned by it. Overall guidance really limiting any potential development with it. In fact, if we look out way about 300 hours out, it's not until about the 7th and the 8th that even our models try to put up a low pressure area out there towards the eastern Bermuda. And even at that, it stays relatively low and nothing that I'm concerned about. You kind of see it right in there. It's very few and far between. Overall, I'm not worried about the tropics at this point. In fact, if anything even did develop, see that big dip in the jet stream, that would just stop anything in its tracks from kind of pushing out towards the United States. So for the time being, we can all take a kind of collective deep breath. I know the peak of hurricane season is September 10th. Knock on wood, but at least at this time, it does look like things are going to be remaining calm out there for the near term, at least as we start off the month of September. As always, though, we got more information at firstcoastnews.com/Hurricane Central. And like I said, I have that full article on Katrina discussing this 2 decades later. I'm meteorologist Robert Spetta. Thanks for stopping by. I always hope that we provide some good information with no hype so you can make accurate and informed decisions.